My name is Jamie Graham, and I will give you my informative speech on Kurt Cobain, a musician never to be forgotten nor lost, and whose music will go from generation to generation. Kurt Donald Cobain was born on February 20th, 1967 at Grays Harbor Hospital in Aberdeen, Washington. When he was 7 years old, his parents got a divorce. Cobain became defiant and withdrawn, and he behaved insolently towards adults. He began bullying other boys at school. On Cobain's 14th birthday, his uncle gave him a guitar, and in no time, he started writing his own music. Nirvana's hit song, Teen Spirit, was actually the name of a woman's deodorant. Cobain was a vocal supporter for the pro-choice movement. By being a vocal supporter, he started receiving death threats from a small number of anti-abortion activists. When one of the activists threatening Cobain, the next time he stepped out on stage, he would be shot. On March 1st, 1994, Cobain was diagnosed with bronchitis and severe laryngitis. He flew to Rome the next day for medical treatment and was joined there by his wife, Courtney Love. On March 3rd, 1994, the next morning, his wife woke to find Cobain had overdosed on a combination of champagne and Rufinol. On March 18th, 1994, Courtney phoned the Seattle police informing Cobain was suicidal and locked himself in a room. When Cobain was interrogated, he had told the police he didn't lock himself in the room to be suicidal. He was running and hiding from Courtney Love. Cobain is proof that greatness can be found anywhere. It could be the boy sitting next to you in school that everybody makes fun of, or that poor girl stuck at a rainy bus stop because her parents can't afford a car. It could even be that person staring back at you in the mirror. At the age of 3, Kurt Cobain started his first song. Nirvana's quote, "Our hobbies and interests are different, and a band can't be a unit unless all members are capable of being together." Kurt says, "All my life I've wanted to be a big rock star." Depressed, nearly broken, Cobain ended up beginning to take heroin. Though his music career only lasted a short while, Cobain is still fondly remembered for his music, which continues to reach every new generation out there. When entering Aberdeen, Washington, there hangs a sign in remembrance of Kurt Cobain, welcoming visitors to come as they are. A little important thing in the life of Kurt Cobain: April 1967, his sister Kimberly was born. 1981, he tries marijuana for the first time, gets an electric guitar and takes lessons, begins wrestling and competes in track in Montesano. 1989, Nirvana's first album Bleach was released. 1994, he overdosed in Rome. March 3rd, 1994, police called his Seattle home and confiscated guns. March 25th, 1994, he attends drug interventions. March 30th, 1994, fleeing drug interventions, he later becomes a subject of a missing person report. May 8th, 1994, he was found dead by an electrician in the house behind his Seattle home. Cobain had a struggle with drugs. It only got worse. Cobain attempted suicide by taking an overdose of drugs multiple times. Courtney woke up and discovered that he was in severe trouble. He needed help. He was rushed to a hospital in a coma. While official reports said that it was an accidental overdose, Cobain clearly meant to kill himself, leaving a lengthy suicide note. Cobain had become a hermit, spending much of his time alone or high. Courtney Love had an intervention for him, trying to convince him to get off the drugs. Despite the official ruling of his death as a suicide, some wonder whether Courtney Love had a part in his death. Kurt Cobain was born February 20th, 1967 in Aberdeen, Washington. And he started a grunge band in 1988. He made a major leap to a label in 1991 when he signed with Griffin Records. Cobain also started using heroin in the early 1990s. On April 8th, 1994, Cobain had found himself dead. Some say he pulled the trigger himself, but it was a double-barrel shotgun and he had his shoes on. How could he have pulled it himself? Many still wonder if Courtney Love had a part in this death, and whether she killed him or not. If you do heroin, you'll lose everything you worked for. Don't let yourself become lost in the drugs. You'll find yourself in a drowning and a fastward spiral downward of failure. A public viewing was held for Kurt Cobain on April 10, 1984. 94, at a park at Seattle Central, drawing approximately 7,000 mourners. A final ceremony was arranged for Cobain by his mother on May 31st, 1999, attended by both Courtney Love and Travis Marner. And as a Buddhist monk chanted, his daughter Frances Bean scattered his ashes in the McLean Creek in Olympia, the city where he said he had found his true artistic muse. Thank you.